3, and we are live. Welcome to Convicted Hearts, where we keep our hearts convicted. I'm here with the Martin 9400. So honored to have you today. How are you?
Thank you, Jen. I'm doing all right.
That's right. I was super happy to connect with you. Let me share the link for Denise as well. She wanted to hop on. We wanted our sister to hop on. Yeah, so I mean, I've seen you in the comment section for a while now, and you have very intelligent, comments, suggestions, stories. I really wanted to connect with you for a long time now, but I barely mentioned it, last week?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm like, I hope he, is willing to jump on and talk about some things.
Yeah, no, definitely. Thank you for the invitation.
Yes, most definitely. Let's see, our sister gets it. But one of the things that we were just talking, one of the things I did want to ask you about your opinion on, we can always talk about opinions, right? There's this whole new integration thing that's going on right now in the prison system. There's a lot of concern from loved ones, and I always
definitely.
I always try to come at it like that, because that's my only position. You know what I mean? I'm not obviously involved in anything other than I'm the family member of someone that's incarcerated.
Yes.
So it is concerning. I feel like I've read a lot of articles that are, a lot of violence has been happening, and a lot of other women have contacted me, and their loved one has been involved in or been at the hands of some violence due to this.
Yeah.
What do what is your opinion, Benny?
I mean, my biggest thing as someone who has been, in that situation is I just feel like it's completely unnecessary. My opinion is basically that, this is only being done as a means to generate more income for the prison guards union, which, ironically is one of the biggest unions in the state of California and politically is very powerful.
Right.
I mean, they were basically the ones behind, recreational cannabis taking so long to become legalized. They have that much power.
Really? See, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, because the longer your prison sentence is, the more job security they have. I mean, my wife has a nephew who's actually a prison guard. He works at the medical facility in Vacaville.
Okay.
So occasionally, I'll pick his brain, which he doesn't have that much info because it is a medical facility. So there isn't, the same degree of politics being played there. But I mean, I just look at it like this. They have all these institutions, all these yards. What's so hard about keeping everyone separate? I mean, they're basically setting these men up to fail, when what they're supposed to be doing is rehabilitating these people. You're supposed to come home better than you went in, not worse, and certainly not later than what the judge intended you to come out,
or not at all.
Exactly. Because I mean, I'll give you a perfect example. I had a short term, my first time in prison, it was 3 years. And I ended up doing all 3 years. And not just that, but I picked up a DA referral, which basically meant I picked up another case while I was there. I was looking at, an extended period of time beyond, what I was initially sentenced to. So I know how easy it is to pick up more time. I have a friend right now at Pelican Bay, and I was speaking to a mutual friend of ours, and he was telling me, because I'm like, damn, isn't dude supposed to, have been home a few years ago? And he goes, oh, no, that fool picked up another 8 years. And I'm like, God damn. And this guy's younger than me. This guy's probably 35, if that. No. And he's already been down for 5 years, And this is a guy with a family. He has some, his parents are still alive. He has someone to come home to. But because of, the political climate behind those walls, you hear about, the whole end of hostilities, but there's still a lot of, underlying issues that need to be addressed. And, you can't just tell someone, well, hey, I'm going home soon. Can you ask somebody else? Or, hey, you know what? I don't feel like fighting because I got something to come home to. You don't. So how about we just,
Yeah.
like they say, let's not say we say you did. You know
Right.
what I mean? It's, it's not like a lot of people that have never been incarcerated. They just don't understand how, tense that environment is,
Yeah.
because you're literally in a situation where if on the streets someone cuts you off, you give them the finger, they give you the finger back, you honk, they go their way, you go yours. You
Right.
might get into a shouting match, but it doesn't go beyond that. Whereas when you're there, everyone's watching you. You feel that pressure of you have to react,
Yeah.
win or lose, you have to engage. And if you don't, then it's a terrible look. Hey,
Exactly.
cholotrucker,
Yes,
see you.
shout out to my brother right there, cholotrucker,
Yeah.
Mr. Wilson's View. I sent that.
Yeah, I usually tap in when you guys have your round table,
Yeah.
and I also tune into his boxing show.
Oh yeah, you gotta love that, right? And
Yeah,
there's
definitely.
the wrestling channel they have too. You gotta tap
Oh,
into that.
oh, is that right? I didn't know about that.
Yes, yes, Wrestling Rehab. I'll share it on my community page. I'm getting into
Okay,
it now, so you gotta check it out.
definitely will do.
Yeah, something I really respect the way you speak about things because, as you know, I spoke to you about, I have two loved ones who's incarcerated, and I'm very careful about what I say. I know some people speak freely, about their primos, their brothers, sisters, moms, dads, but it is a dangerous environment, and I never want to. I guess maybe I'm overly cautious. I don't know. But I always feel like the more you share sometimes about your personal relationship with someone, the more heat you can bring them. Do you feel like
Yeah.
that's over exaggerating, or do you understand what I'm saying?
No, I totally understand, because that's the problem with, social media. That you have people with nothing better to do than
Hmm.
to, dig into your life. Hey, let's see what we can find out about Jen, and let's find out where she lives and where she works and
Oh,
where
yeah.
her
Hey,
kids are. You know what I mean? It's just something that, 20, 30 years ago wasn't even a thought in your head. And now it's like, you're almost walking on eggshells where you're like, okay, can I trust this person with my phone number? Can I trust this person with my email? Is this person going to track me down? Am I going to see my,
mhm.
address, blasted, like,
You know,
we've seen in the past,
yeah,
YouTubers do to each other.
you're right. And it's so discouraging because as much as I can say, and you probably can too, because you're in the genre, like
Yeah.
I've met so many good people,
Yeah.
there's that couple or few that you just, and I'm not speaking of anybody in particular, but you just like cringe a little bit.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, it's especially when you grow up in an era, where, hey, if you have an issue with someone, you would just man up and address it
Yep.
or ignore it altogether.
That's
And
right.
now, through the, a few keyboard strokes, you can disrespect someone's mother, you can disrespect
Oh, yeah.
someone's, kids, you can, you know what I mean? You can do some, some downright vile things that would never
Yeah.
even cross your mind to do to someone else.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. Exactly. Keep it withheld. Some weirdos out there. Yes, Mr. Wilson. And right here, I know you can co-sign this, and I can as well. Also, remember, some incarcerated people have access to social media.
Oh yeah.
So we do have to keep that in mind when sharing or even when commenting elsewhere. You just never know
Yeah,
what can make its way back to, even if you don't mean any harm.
definitely.
Yeah, most definitely. I try to keep that in mind. Okay, I've shared the link a few times, Denise. If you see it, let me know, girl. But that's even in the, let's say, like in the visiting room, when I would go visit, I'll just speak on maybe my brother's first term.
Hmm.
you could feel the energy within the room, you know? You could feel the tension, you know, maybe if there was something going on with someone at the next table, or there were people in there that I feel like I can pick up on some things pretty easily that maybe disliked each other, or there were certain things within that room. But you learn to, as a loved one, and I am most certain as someone that's been incarcerated, you learn to sort of read the room.
Oh, no, definitely. You see a level of tenseness that typically isn't there. You know, you almost see an anxiousness come over someone's face where it's like, well, what are they waiting for? You know, and it's the little, most minute details that you pick up on, you know. I mean, maybe not so much in a visiting room, but in the yard in general, or even, you know, in the day room, you know, people using the phone, or, you know, anywhere, even in the chow hall, you know, you see people, you know, hey, nobody's eating. Why aren't they eating? You know?
Yes. That's something, you saying that right there, for those that don't know, my father, you know, obviously those that know the story, my father's passed away. He was killed in 2015. He was a correctional officer, and he said exactly that to me one time. Because I try and pick his brain, you know, just curiosity. And he would say, when it's quiet during chow, something's up.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, something's up. For sure. So he would definitely pick up on that. You know, he didn't want to share a lot of things, but he shared that much with me. I'm going to type this out to Denise real quick. She's having a little trouble logging on.
Yeah, but I can imagine your dad not wanting to share because, you know, for one, I'm sure he didn't want to scare you guys and have you guys worried about, you know, is my dad in that, you know, that degree of danger, you know, where someone might try to hurt him because they're having a bad day, or maybe my dad will try to play hero and break up a fight, and then, you know what I mean, through no fault of his own, you know, end up being the one on the, you know, on the losing side of, you know, a stabbing or what have you. Yeah, you know, it's a lot to worry about, you know.
It definitely is. It definitely is. And you know what's, I think you're right. You know what I mean? It's different, but it's sort of the same. Just like, okay, so my dad was also in the military during Vietnam, and my grandpa he was in the Korean War. They never wanted to talk about it, you know, and that's something you, as a kid, you kind of ask without knowing.
Yeah.
Oh, we have our brother, Lucky Loco, here.
Yeah. I think, hey, what's up, Lucky Loco?
What's going on, man?
Good. You think that's their way of sort of protecting us from the obvious, right?
I think it not only is it that, but I think a lot of times when you talk about something, you open up that old wound, and you know, you basically, through no fault of your own, end up reliving that trauma. And, you know, it's one of those where it's not like a door that you can just shut, you know, automatically. Sometimes it'll take you hours, if not days, you know.
You know what? I didn't even think about that. And now I feel like, yeah, I should have thought about that. You know, it's, that would be, you know, it kind of goes with that whole, I think it can happen on both sides of the wall, or even in war, both sides, like PTSD, you know?
Yeah.
And you really can sort of reopen that wound, like you said.
Yeah. I mean, either that, or maybe it's just the machismo of you don't want to seem weak. Hey, Denise, you know, you don't want to be looked at as, oh, look at this, you know, weak guy. He's over here crying about this. Get over it, move on, kind of thing. So they just drop it. It's a dead issue. It's over and done with.
Yeah. I could picture my dad and Pops being like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Denise, can you hear me, sis?
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Welcome.
How's everybody?
All right.
Doing pretty good here. How are you doing tonight, Lucky and Denise? We've been chopping it up for a minute here.
Yeah, I'm good.
Right.
Come in and show some love.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm glad you did. Hey, I got requested to make, I'm gonna need your help, Lucky. I got requested to make Indian tacos.
Really?
You could help me out. I got
I'll tell you everything but the recipe.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to give your secret recipe, but maybe just shoot me a few pointers on IG.
Yeah. Definitely do not cook it on max. Make sure your oil, the way I cook it is make sure it's between 350 and 375.
Okay.
So you don't want to overkill it. You don't want to make it too brown
Right.
to where the inside's still doughy. But definitely, I would definitely just flatten it out. Not too much. It's a weird technique, but you're gonna have to. It took me at least about 150 times to try.
Okay.
So I got it to where my wife, she's the one yelling at me, screaming at me, like she was teaching me, but I was sitting there, I was frustrated. Like I was like, oh, what am I getting in trouble for?
Right.
But he's got a reputation. If we're gonna be selling Indian tacos, she wants to have that.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Air noise coming from someone.
Is it still on?
I'm not sure. It's coming from one of the lines. La Puppy hears it. Lucky Loco, saludos.
I don't think it's me, is it?
No, you're clear.
Me?
I might be on yours, Lucky.
Really? Oh, I'm over here by a laptop. Hold up, let me get it.
Oh, maybe. Let's see.
And it's still open too. Yeah, I'm doing a business plan, doing all kinds of cool stuff. I'm in like 2 different entrepreneurship classes, building up a portfolio. I got denied business loans because my stuff's not professional when I ask for money. So
Right on. Now that sounds better, I think. Yeah.
that's better. Okay.
Wait, no, there it goes again. I don't know which way it's coming from, but yes. Yeah, Strange Days was the one that had requested that, right? I'll be practicing up. Okay.
Rich DM.
Yeah. The Martin 9400. What can you suggest? I'm always curious, as a family member, what do you think is one of the, Denise has a family member that's incarcerated as well. Like, what is something that we can do to sort of keep our loved ones encouraged?
See, go ahead, Lucky.
Oh, mine was just letting like even just like a simple card when I was incarcerated, like, cause I got used to doing time and I got used to being away from everybody. But over the years, one thing I never got used to was when they walked past my cell and no mail was dropped. It was just that was definitely like, it was just because you're alone in there, because you, like you were saying, you got to have that machismo, you got to have that, you got to have that warrior, like, stoic front all the time, just 24/7. You can't let anybody play with you, joke with you, and stuff.
Yeah, I would imagine that would be hard. How about you, Martin?
So, I mean, for me, it's kind of tough because the way I was raised, I was basically taught, don't be a victim, don't blame anyone else, whatever, happens to you, it's your fault. So I never wanted to be an inconvenience to anyone. Like, I didn't want visits. I didn't want none of that because it's not that I didn't feel I deserved it. It's not that I wouldn't have enjoyed it. It was just one of those things where I didn't want someone holding this over my head down the line of, hey, all those weekends that I spent coming down to see you or whatever it was. You know what I'm saying? Did I appreciate the mail? Absolutely. Like, to be perfectly honest with you, like, only time I would honestly call was just to, or even write a letter. If someone wrote me, I'd write them right back. But it was mostly, hey, what's the status of my package? Am I getting anything? Yes or no? And that was that, because I always made an effort to, because like pretty much every case I ever caught, I fought it on bail. So I got to, get, my affairs in order before I went to go do my time. So I was always able to leave some money behind and basically leave instructions. Hey, when I ask for this, if I ask for a package under someone else's name, don't worry about who that is. Just send it. So I almost had it like a business type relationship. I didn't really get too emotional, like me, I basically, before I went in, I ordered some books. So the day that I, turn myself in court, like the next day I get, the limit in San Quentin was 5 reading books. You know, and everybody's like, what the hell? You're already getting stuff? Yeah, because I sent it to myself.
Yeah.
You know, got me a bunch of magazine subscriptions because I had done cell time before to keep me occupied. And I mean, I had it to the point where just on magazines alone, I was getting like almost every other day something new to read. So it kept me occupied. You know what I mean? And since I was the type, I didn't want to have a girlfriend, you know, waiting for me on the streets or whatever, because I just wanted to focus on whatever I had to deal with. So I would sever all ties basically with the outside world so that I could concentrate on where I am, because I don't want to be, you know, here thinking about there. And you know what I mean? Because all you're doing, in my opinion, is making things harder on you.
You know, it's you saying that, and I won't say which one, just because, like I said, I don't share everything just because, you know, I signed up to do this. I love it. I enjoy it. I enjoy engaging with all of you. My loved ones didn't sign up to do YouTube, but I can share my experience, right?
Yeah, most definitely.
But one of my loved ones, he operates the same way that you just described. And for him, that's how he makes, you know, gets through his time. You know?
Yeah, because I mean, it's just difficult because I mean, you know, yes, I'm from Oakland.
I can't read the chat.
I did time in Pelican Bay and Susanville.
Big time, yeah.
Yeah, you know, God, I lost my train of thought.
Yeah, just doing time like that where you just concentrate on what you're doing, not sort of bring anyone in from, you know, a relationship or any outside.
Yeah, because it's just better. Like I'll give you a perfect example. I have a son now. I didn't have a son until I was 38. Just because I didn't want that distraction. I didn't want to be. I'm perfectly fine with ruining my own life, but I don't want to ruin someone else's. I don't want to bring an innocent person into this world only to suffer for my mistakes. You know, because I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say I was big and bad and I did this and that. You know, I'll leave that up to the imagination. But I never wanted to be someone, you know, thinking like, oh my God, what did I do? And now this kid has to suffer. Now this kid has to grow up without me. And, you know, how's the stepdad going to treat him? Is he going to be nice? Is he going to be worse? You know what I mean? Is he going to teach him, you know, how to be a man or how to be a young lady? I didn't want those types of stresses. So, you know, any relationship I had, I made it perfectly clear. Kids are off the table. And if that doesn't work for you, then nice knowing you. Because I didn't want to, you know, get somebody on a false pretense of, hey, you know, this is what I want. And you know what I mean? And I mean, I was to the point where basically, you know, people came and went, and not to sound cold, but I hardly ever noticed because there was always someone there to take their place. And I wasn't trying to be mean. Like a few months back, I don't know if you remember, I had reached out to you and I told you that I had a really sad story about this lady. And if you want to hear it, I'll tell you the story.
I would. I wanted to tap back in and ask, but I'm always so cautious to not pry either.
No. And it kind of ties into the type of person that I was. Like now I'm a little bit more affectionate towards my son, towards his mother, my wife, you know what I mean? But the type of life that I was living prior to that, I just couldn't be that person, you know, because of, you know, what I was doing on the streets. You know, but as far as this lady goes, so basically I come out of Susanville back in 03, I believe it was. I got lucky. It's crazy because I'm probably one of the only people that not only spent time on the level 4 yard on Pelican Bay, but I also got to go to fire camp. And these things are like total opposites. It's crazy because see, I wasn't, because see, like my situation was unique in that, so I'm on the 4 yard. I pick up basically a case for a stabbing, and the DA prosecutes me. So I was told by the older guys, because I was a youngster, I was, you know, my late teens. And so they basically tell me, you know, don't plead guilty to this, waive your hearing pending the outcome of a DA referral. And so basically I do that, and that's why I spent 10 months there. And it was funny, right? Because like I used to look back at my thing like, I'm sure you've seen the movie Forrest Gump, where he just looks into different scenarios. So I kind of, not to make fun of myself, but I always kind of felt like that. Like, how did I get here? Like dumb luck. Like I pissed this person off, this happened. I pissed that person off, that happened. Because I honestly remember being in San Quentin looking up at the sky like, how the hell did I end up here? And then I had the exact same expression when I ended up in Pelican Bay. So long story short, the guys there basically tell me keep waving because every 30 days they take you to committee to have your disciplinary hearing. I keep waving time. And it was funny, right? Because, you know, I'm not, you know, I'm like a heavy set guy. I won't say super fat, but I won't say I'm super thin. So I'm in there working out. I'm on this, you know, 1,800 calories a day diet. So every time they're calling me to committee, I'm coming out and I'm drenched in sweat because I'm working out. I'm pale as a ghost because we don't get no sunlight. And I have a female counselor, and she's pregnant at the time. And I think because of my age, she kind of felt for me. Like, poor youngster, you know what I mean? Poor kid. This guy doesn't look like the guy in the picture. You know what I mean? Yes. I mean, I went there weighing 205. I came out weighing 185 pounds. So basically, I lost 20 pounds, and that's because there was nothing more to lose. And so finally, what ends up happening is they kick me out of ADSEG because they needed the room. They're like, we need the bed space. You know, if the DA picks up your case, oh well, which is basically what ended up happening. So, so long story short, I pick up that case. I finally get out on the streets, and one of my closest friends, he's actually living in my neighborhood on the block that we hang out at. And so I meet this lady who turns out is his aunt. You know, she was one of those, like, I'm pretty sure you've seen the movie Friday.
Yes.
You know, with Ice Cube and Chris Tucker. So I don't know if you remember, there was this one character, her name was Miss Parker.
Miss Parker, yes.
So this lady was basically the Miss Parker of our neighborhood, if you catch my meaning. Okay. So so what happens is this lady, she's a single mom, right? And she has these two little kids. One's like 8, which is ironically is my son's age now. The other one's like 10. And I felt bad for them because we're literally in the hood. This is Oakland. This is the black side of Oakland. You know, there's nothing nice for these kids to see, nothing positive, nothing encouraging. All they see is, you know, drug dealing and gang violence. That's all they're seeing. And so I started telling my friend, like, dude, because my friend, he was always out and about, going to car shows, going to the fair, going to the movies. And I get on him. I said, dude, you're always out and about. Why don't you take these kids somewhere? You know, expose them to some type of positivity other than the negative shit they see every single day. I'm like, dude, if you need money, I'll give you money. I kind of, you know, gave him a guilt trip. He's like, all right, I will. So what ends up happening, this is kind of funny. A friend of mine was dating this really attractive young lady, and he wants to hook me up with his sister-in-law. And it turns out she's a single mom. She's a school teacher. And he invites me to go to a baseball game with them, right? Kind of double date kind of thing. And she was going to bring her daughter. And I'm thinking, okay, well, I don't want to blow this. I've seen what the sister looks like. You know, chances are I'm going to like, you know, the chick he's fixing me up with. Yeah. So I'm like, yeah. So I'm like, how can I show her that I don't have an issue with kids? So I decide taking my homeboy's cousin, the son of the lady, to the A's game, right? So what ends up happening is, for some reason, my boy flaked, the girl doesn't show, but I already, you know, committed to taking this kid, and I didn't want to, like, you know, break his little heart. You could tell he had his little hopes up. He had this little dirty A's hat. You know, he was good to go, and I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that to this kid. So I ended up taking a bunch of kids from the neighborhood up there. And then ironically, we end up getting into this fight at the game. And the poor kid, the guys that we were fighting with, someone tried to, run to get away from us. They end up shoving the poor kid. I guess they, unintentionally hit him in the face, give the kid a black eye. So I'm freaking out because I'm thinking, well, what if that was my mom and I'm coming home with a black eye? What's this lady going to say to me? I'm thinking, she's going to flip out. She's going to lose her shit. Yeah. And so I take him home and she's totally cool about it.
Okay.
She's like, oh, things happen and da 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 da. And then, like I was intimidated because she was like maybe 10 years older than me. Okay. And I'm like, well, what kind of game am I going to spit at somebody that age? So I kind of looked at her like she was unobtainable, but she starts flirting with me. Okay. So, she's like, yeah, my kids are always telling me about you, talking about my friend this, my friend that, but I never actually got to meet you. And, because I would buy the neighborhood kids ice cream, for the holidays, I would take them trick-or-treating. There was a few, little, kids that, didn't have, a Thanksgiving dinner. So I take them, to like hometown buffet, little ghetto stuff. But it meant a lot to them.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it was that the lady was seeing all that and that kind of like sparked some interest in her. So next thing I know, she's asking me out. I'm getting to know her. There ends up being this big shooting outside of her house. And she decided, F that. I'm getting my family out of here, which I didn't blame her. And, I just seen her as nothing more than a friend. So I help her move. She moves out to Manteca. She's out there doing her thing. And here's where the sad part comes in. So this poor woman, she gets one of her brother-in-laws to co-sign on a house. Well, basically to get a house under his name because she didn't have any credit because she's an illegal. Okay. And she's telling me like all her struggles, right? So she basically tells me she came to America, worked as a waitress, saved up all her tips to bring all 5 of her kids to the United States, and I'm like, damn, you got parents that won't, take their kids to McDonald's, and here you got this lady making all these crazy sacrifices, right? So she had a relationship with, one of the patrons of the bar. It doesn't work out. Now she's, by herself. And then she tells me her story. So her story was basically she grew up in a large family in Michoacan. All her brothers were basically, involved in, cartel type behavior. All of them except for one gets killed off. And her ex-husband, I guess, baby daddy, whatever he was to her, he ends up catching a murder in Mexico. And I guess in Mexico, if you have money, you can live in the prison with your significant other. So this woman had like 3 or 4 kids and she came from money. So she sends her kids to some like boarding school and she goes to live with their father in prison. And she ends up getting knocked up in prison, has a kid in prison, which was ironically the kid that I took to the baseball game. So imagine what kind of, start in life this kid has, being born in prison of all places.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Wow.
So it doesn't work out for the lady because she comes to fight fair with a female prison guard. So she left the dude, right? And that's where when she decided, to come to the States. So she had a son that was running around with my friend. He gets caught with a gun, gets deported. So, all this time, like she had feelings for me, but I couldn't get past the whole friend thing, and I didn't want to mislead her because my thing has always been like, hey, maybe you're not for me, but maybe you'd be better off with someone else. And I'm not gonna, have you passing up opportunities to be happy elsewhere. So I'm going to keep it real with you. My reason for thinking that way is I got 3 sisters. I wouldn't want somebody doing that to them, so I'm not going to do that to someone else's sister. So
Yeah,
I always
that was-
kept it as friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I always told her, like, you know, sometimes you would, you know, go as far as to ask me, like, so are you seeing someone else? You know, are you
Mhm.
involved with someone else? And I would tell her,
Yeah.
damn, well, do you love that person? And I would just tell her flat out, no, I don't. Okay, that's fine. And things would just
Yeah.
keep on, you know, running seamlessly. And so when she gets her house in Manteca, in order to pay for the house, this poor woman was working 2 full-time jobs. She's working one in San Leandro, which is right next to Oakland. She was working for a company that I don't know if you've ever heard of them. They make cookies and muffins. It's called Otis Spunkmeyer.
Yes.
Um,
I heard that company. Okay.
Yeah, so she was always hooking it up with cookies and muffins. I always had that
Good.
on tap. And so she's working there full time, and then she's working in Stockton full time for some toy warehouse that basically provided like high-end toys to Toys R Us. And I'm like, how the hell does this lady have any time to sleep? And it was like the saddest thing because this poor woman, so you know, she has to commute, you know, from Manteca to San Leandro, and then from San Leandro to Stockton, and then Stockton to her house. And I was like, damn, it was like the saddest thing because you would think kids would see that and have some appreciation for their mom and try to like help out in any way they could. This lady had the worst kids you've ever met. I'm talking about this lady would work Monday through Friday, and then on the weekend, she spent all her time cleaning up this house, and then she comes home Monday evening or whatever. The house is just like it was on Friday. It was like the craziest thing you've ever seen. It was sad because one of my friends was renting out her garage to live in, right? The kids wouldn't even wake up their own mother to basically tell her to go to work. So I'd have to call my friend, like, hey, can you go check and see if she's awake? And I don't know if you've ever seen someone that's been knocked out, like completely unconscious. But when the lady would wake up, that's exactly how she would like react, like one of those like where am I kind of thing. Yeah. And see, I used to go to a community college in Alameda called College of Alameda, and there was this dude that I worked with. He worked a full-time job, a part-time job, and he went to school with me. And the guy ends up dying from a brain aneurysm from just being overwhelmed.
Wow.
And so I used to tell the lady, like, dude, you got to quit this. You got to quit this before something bad happens to you. And then what's going to become of your kids? You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's how like crazy it was, you know? So what ends up happening during, you remember when the real estate bubble burst in 08?
08, yeah.
So all this hard work for that house just to lose it. She loses it. I help her get a spot in some town called Riverbank. Because like I said, we were friends, you know? And then the worst part about it, you got this poor lady working these 2 jobs, no papers, no driver's license, and she's always getting pulled over, and she's getting her cars taken, impounded for 30 days, which was typically like $1,600, you know, and she left without a vehicle. And the sad part was she was basically like, you know how there's a lot of people that'll go to like car auctions and they'll get used cars and they'll, you know, park them in a grocery store parking lot and they'll sell them. So she was basically buying cars from these people, and she's making payments on these cars. And before she can finish paying off a car, it's already been impounded, and now she needs another car. So imagine that financial, you know,
burden.
You know, exactly. I mean, it was just the saddest thing. So what ends up happening here, just to show you how like some people just can't catch a break, and I swear the woman was a saint. I think if I was a better person, I would have, you know, taken advantage of the situation. Because to this day, I'll be honest, there's been very few people that have cared for me as much as this lady. You know, I got a gun case in 07 right away. How do I bail you out? And I'm like, don't worry about it. I got it. Like literally reaching out to my family, like, hey, I'll put up my house, whatever it'll take, I'll help them out.
Yeah.
So here's the sad part. What ends up happening is her oldest son, who she paid to get him to the States, this idiot used to drive drunk and like flip over his cars all the time in Mexico.
Oh,
Well, one time he flipped the car, one time too many, because he was on his deathbed. And she tells me, so, you know, I'm no saint or nothing. So I spring for the airline ticket one way. She goes out there. She was basically out there for a day just to have a conversation with herself before he died. And then because she went out there, she's been stuck ever since.
Oh, no.
You know? So all that just to basically, you know.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Have you?
So she's still out there till this day? Or?
Yes. Yes.
And what happened to her kids out here?
So her kids are here. One of them became a meth addict. The other one killed 2 guys and ended up having to go back to Mexico, which was fortunate for him because he could be locked up for that, you know, now.
Yeah.
So that's a better alternative. But her daughters are doing okay. Hey, Jen, I'm really sorry, but I got to cut this short. I got some unexpected company coming over.
I totally understand. I'd love to pick this up where we dropped off, though.
No, there's
almost definitely, most definitely.
Yes, it was a pleasure having you. I really enjoyed speaking with you.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Sorry, Denise, that I didn't give you a chance to chime in. I'm a big fan of yours.
No.
Yes, family comes first. I'll hit you up and we'll do this again for sure. Thank you so much.
Okay, you guys have a good night.
You too. Have a good weekend.
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
Good night.
Yeah, there's a lot of questions still.
I know. So many questions.
Yeah, like where's the lady living?
Yeah, you know, I won't say
there.
too much because we didn't get to finish our conversation, but he had messaged me about this lady. And I really was interested in this story, you know, and maybe possibly speaking with her. If possible. Cool. Hey, Richard. Hey, Rich. Don't trip. I'm trying to catch up. Denise, can you see them or no?
No, I can't.
Okay. Naylab said hi to us earlier too.
Hi, guys. Hey, everybody in the chat. Yeah, no, I couldn't. Okay. Next time you have to just message it to me, and it
goes better that way. Okay.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why I was having so much trouble with it.
Yeah.
Went through finally. Rich, that was the Martin 9400. I'm sure you've seen him on a lot of the different.
I couldn't recognize him.
Chats. He's on a lot of the different channels. Chats. He's very knowledgeable in a lot of stuff that goes on inside and a lot of politics. So.
Right on.
It was kind of cool to have him, even if it was for a little bit, hopefully we'll get him back again. The topic, pretty much, the Martin was going to tap on, like, into some prison politics, not politics, but like the current events, integration type things, how he felt about that. He did touch on that a little bit in the beginning, if anyone wants to catch the playback and things like that. But, we'll catch up on that again. If anyone else wants to tap in, feel free. I'm going to share the link. But how has your day been, Denise?
Just crazy busy. Everything went fast. Had to do a few things and went out to eat with my husband. And he tells me, well, he didn't tell me, but I'm going to share this anyway.
Okay.
We go to Denny's, right? And I'm looking at the menu, and he turns it around. He say, 55. I could order from the senior medicine menu now. And I'm like, dude, that's so funny.
He's all happy about it or what?
I still got 5 years to go. So I was all happy he was getting a $6-7 meal. I'm like, you're crazy.
Right? I could picture Like I remember when my dad, he would always bring that up. Like, my
Yeah.
dad was probably a little bit older than most dads. Like my dad was, I think, 12 years older than my mom.
Oh wow.
So he was like a little older dad than most of my friends' dads.
Yeah.
And he would always bring up, he'd get a senior discount or, hey, I have no shame. That's probably where I get like my, shout out to cholotrucker. I take my coupons or have my little, I have like, my kids will be like, Mom, come on. But check it out. After I check out of whatever, CVS, or if we go out
Yeah.
somewhere and I show them, look at what I saved,
Yeah.
They're like, okay, you saved
No,
$20.
yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. I was that mother.
My dad.
I was that mother back in the day when my girls were small. And I was that mom that carried that coupon book around.
Yes.
Cut coupons. And I was all in it, had a book and everything. And
Yes,
and that's what I used to do. But now it's like I ain't trying to do all that now,
Right. It's a lot of work. I know girls that do that for a living and like sell the packages. It says device not connected. Try and connect your audio, I think.
Who's
House of Tattoos.
Oh, he's trying to get on?
Yeah, tap in with us. It says device not detected though. So try it again or tap out and tap back in. It's still showing that. Yeah, I know a couple girls, they're sisters, and they like legit, one of them makes a living off of doing that. Look at right here. Here's our brother. Hey brother, how are you?
Hang on a second here. I got you wrong.
Show your mascara.
Oh, look at Denise. Show your face or else. Right?
Show your face.
Oh shoot. You tapped out.
Technical difficulty. Yeah.
Man, I think it's going around tonight. Honestly, I watched tapped in on a couple lives.
So when we come out from dinner, right? It's raining. And I'm like, what? Raining? But it felt good to see rain.
I know. I missed the rain. Hey brother, how are you?
I'm good. I was just listening to the Martin 9400 story.
Yeah.
Oh, he's in the dark too. I missed it. So, the story he was telling right now.
Yeah, the story he was telling. What do you think about that?
I think homeboy dodged a bullet.
Yeah.
She was after him. Feel bad for the lady, obviously, but yeah, man. Yeah, he dodged a bullet on that one.
You say he dodged a bullet. So what if he would have like got with her and like eventually marrying her? It would have been a whole different story. Right?
He's happily married right now, I believe. So, it's whatever was meant to be is to be.
No, yeah.
But I don't know.
And she's still over there, so
yeah.
There's a lot of questions. And I want to ask, like, is he keeping in touch with her? Does he know where she's at? Where does she end up? Like all those questions.
You want all the cheese, man, huh?
Yeah, I want all the cheese.
Round 2, we'll have to get. We'll call it that. The cheese man.
Yeah.
Oh man.
He left us hanging.
Yeah, he said some family came in.
Yeah, some family showed up. So
yeah,
I get it. Yeah.
What are you doing, Cholo? Kicking back?
Yeah, I'm gonna call it a night in a little bit. I'm gonna go meet up with Gilu from the Gilu show tomorrow.
His thing tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm gonna go have breakfast with him. We kind of set it up. Paul was supposed to go as well. I don't really want to put his business out there, but he might have to go to the hospital, not for him, but for a loved one of his.
Oh, okay.
So he might not go. I gotta be training for this bike ride. So what I think I'm gonna end up doing is I'm gonna ride over there to breakfast. It's about 25 miles from me.
Oh wow!
So I'll probably ride over there, have breakfast, and then ride back.
Okay.
That sounds
I
good.
thought you were going. You know what I thought? He's at meet and greet tomorrow. So I thought you were gonna go there.
No, yeah, he's doing that tomorrow, but we're gonna go out for breakfast before he does all that.
Yeah, that's cool. So you're gonna ride. When is the bike ride that you're doing? Like, what's the date? You guys have that down yet?
I'm gonna get. Yeah, we do have it down.
Okay.
All I can tell you, because I don't know it off the top of my head, but February 4th, which lands on a Saturday, is the day that we finish.
Okay. All right,
So,
cool.
So it's like a week before. That.
So we start that Monday. Yeah, we start that Monday and finish February 4th.
Okay.
So you're like, you're training and doing things to prep yourself?
I'm gonna start. Yes.
I mean, in shape.
I haven't really been doing too good because we've had so many things going on. We had the cruise. We had going to Pittsburgh.
You guys are busy. Hella busy.
We were part of a wedding, but now, things are opening up, so I could just focus on that.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah. Take your mind off them Steelers, man.
Oh, that's messed up.
I feel bad.
Hey, listen, my Dodgers just upset me tonight too.
Oh,
so.
They lost?
No, I didn't even catch that one.
Yeah, they lose one more, they're out of it, and that's crazy because
because all of a sudden they're losing.
Yeah, they won 111 games this season, and wow, I can't believe it.
Yeah, that's crazy. They're tired.
Could be. Could be.
Damn.
But with that, I'm tired. I'm gonna go lay down with my beautiful, crazy local wife.
Right on. Char hi.
Listen to some moldy tunes and just drift off, man. Wherever the music takes me.
That's right.
So
Wonderland.
That's right.
All right. Hey.
Blessed night, brother.
Hey, you girls have a good night. Shouts to everybody in the chat. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up for my sister Jen, and I'll catch you guys later. Buenas noches.
Thank you. Buenas noches.
That was nice of him.
Right?
I'll catch you guys later.
Buenas noches. Thank you. Buenas noches. House, are we there?
That was nice of him.
Hello,
right.
hello.
Hello. You waited till Cholo tapped out to tap
hello,
in?
Hello.
You're echoing, doggy.
Oh,
Do you have
damn.
a window open? Hello. You waited till Cholo tapped out to tap in?
Hello. No, so I'm having problems because I'm trying to tap in on my computer, right?
Oh, okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, now we could.
Okay,
Hello?
no echo now.
Yeah, you're
it
better
sounds
now.
good. Right?
Jen.
Yeah, can you hear us? We can hear you, House. Can you hear us?
Hello.
Hello, hello.
Unmute it. Unmute it.
Unmute yourself. Are you muted?
Let's see.
Can you hear us? Look on the bottom.
Yeah, and you might have tapped the mute on the bottom. Of course, look, I'm talking, but if he's muted.
No, I know. Can't even hear us.
Right. Hey, Harvey Talks Prison. Shout out to you. Good to see you.
Somebody text House. Tell him to unmute himself.
Can
on
somebody
the bottom.
type that in, if possible? Well, if it ain't cholotrucker, that's right. That's pretty cool. He's gonna get to meet up with
Yeah, Julio. Yeah, we're supposed to go to his. We're supposed to go to his meet and greet tomorrow too, but the way it's done is like it's private, so you have to tap in.
Okay.
Like tomorrow on that day.
Let me type that quick.
It's gonna be hard.
Let me type just in case.
Hello.
Hello, can you hear us? House?
Hello.
Hold on 1 minute.
Jen.
Hello, hello.
Are you texting him or what?
Yeah, I just barely put it.
Application.
Oh, guys, sorry. I just want to make sure he doesn't. Yeah, I just barely put it. Oh, wait.
Hey, Jen, can you guys hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear us?
Now I can. Is there an echo?
Yeah, there's an echo.
Oh,
Look
damn.
up at the top of your laptop or computer on the left-hand side. And if there's a YouTube open, click the X and clear out of that one.
Okay, let me see.
Okay. Oop. Try it again.
I was the same way, remember? But
Yeah.
tell him that if he clicks, if he does, if he gets back in, whatever, not to just to look on the bottom of his computer, and then that's where the mute button is.
You know who's really smart with this is Vegas Prison Stories. I see Vegas. I see you doing. You have a channel that talks about like creating stuff, right? Like videos and intros. I need to like watch some of those videos and brush up on that.
Yeah.
And I'm barely brushing up on some of the StreamYard stuff.
Yeah.
Oh wait.
No, it's not easy.
All right. Have a good night, Vegas. Thank you. Italiano. Okay, I just shared the link again, so hopefully you see it, House, if you can hear us. Okay, let's see.
Sorry, everybody, I can't see the chat.
I know, I'm trying to. Are you there, House? You can hear us?
Yeah, now I'm on my phone. Okay.
Okay.
But I'm trying to do it on my computer. And
Yeah,
for
we
some
gotta
reason,
figure that one out, huh?
yeah, I'm trying to do it, and I haven't figured it out because it's not playing on any video, or I'm getting a feedback, like you said, echoing.
You know what's crazy is I get that when I try to go on my phone. Like when I've gone on my phone live and tried to tap in with people, it's always an echo, and I never know how to clear out of it. But on the laptop, it's okay.
Yeah, because what I'm trying to do is I want to play some music for you on one day, and I wanted to test it out. So I had my computer.
I wanted to tap back in with you about that.
Yeah, and I says, you know what? I'm gonna try this out just to see if it works. It's working. Damn.
We're gonna have to do, like we said, like a practice run.
Yeah, because I got everything hooked up properly, but I don't know why we're getting like feedback. Maybe I'm not understanding it completely, you know?
Yeah.
How are you ladies doing today?
Good.
Pretty good. How about yourself?
Good, good. And no, I wasn't waiting for cholotrucker to get on. Get off.
I was playing. It was just like the timing was perfect, you know?
Yeah.
I was trying to get on, and I'm like trying to hear, and I said, man, I couldn't get the camera to work, man. So that's about it.
You see me right now. I was late on the late freight too, because I was not getting it in my mail.
Right. So not the mail or the chat. So we had to do it through Messenger, right?
This is it. I don't know how to do it on. How do you do it on the computer, Jen? What's the get up on here?
For StreamYard. So
you're on StreamYard, but I'm on YouTube.
So like if you're on your laptop, like for me, I would like to do it like if I send it to your email. Because if you're on a laptop, you'll be able to see the messages like people are sending. So like you can see the comments, you know, coming back and forth through email. Okay. That's what we'll have to do when we do that practice run.
Yeah. I tried, but I just couldn't do it.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
You normally go on your phone though, huh? Yeah,
I normally go on my phone. But I got all the stuff on here so I can have the music and everything on here and play it, you know?
Okay. Yeah. So does the music, is it going to come from your laptop or do you have it on the?
It's going to come from my laptop and I think my mixer. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. How do you think that sounds, Denise? Play some music one night?
Yeah.
They might cut you off. That's the only thing I'll feel bad about that.
Well, what you can't do is you can't keep it as a live. You have to delete it.
Right. I think what these guys do, I'll have to ask, maybe Sea Dog can tell me, because I think he plays music sometimes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't
monetize it. And then hopefully you don't get cut off. If we do, we can always start back up without the music. Yeah. As long as you don't try to monetize it, I think it's all good. Like they'll just cancel it, like cut you off, but they won't give you like a strike.
Okay. Yeah. So how you doing, Gloria?
Did you see that today?
Yeah, I caught you today on there.
We're gonna give you an Emmy for that.
Yeah.
I mean, it took me a while to. I was telling you on Instagram, House, that it was taking me a while because I got it. That was the week before, but he didn't put it out last Friday.
Right.
So I was almost a week and a half late getting him in my part in, and I was like, man, it's just the emotions, you know. And I felt myself like getting emotional because my puppy and stuff, and I was like, man,
about that, yeah.
you know, you gotta be real. You gotta have a real type. Not. Well, yeah, you gotta get in character. You know.
Mhm.
So I was like, man, I feel this like coming on, and that's when I did it. You know.
That's right. That's like some real actor stuff right there. Like,
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
My husband was telling me, man, you gotta act, and you gotta really put yourself. I go, I don't know how to act. Am I a damn actor? No. I said, but I understand what you're saying, but I'm not an actor, so I can't really, you know, act like that. But I got it, and I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna wait. You know, I waited until I could properly like do it. Like I talked to you, Jen, on that one.
yeah,
So,
that's good. I mean, when I was listening to it, I felt like that. Like you really tapped into your emotion. Like it fit. You know, you did good.
Just
that's
have fun with it and get into it, you know?
Yeah. Hey, House, your character sounds scary. You sound like a scary vato on there.
He did, huh? That's why I was like, man, you're the pro.
Hey, right.
Yeah.
Hey, it's so easy, man. It's just like, I mean, it's fun. I consider it like fun, you know, just
I
like,
think so.
Yeah.
it's dope. I kind of like it, you know?
It is. I think, you know, Javi had an incredible idea and really has seen this through like to a T, you know? And then his music today, his album.
Yeah, he put it on. That was dope.
Right?
Yeah. He's getting more creative as time goes by, man. And it's, yeah.
That's super
So
inspiring.
we're gonna be doing some more. He said it's gonna get deeper, and I don't know how much deeper for me or for Tia Gloria, but
yeah.
I'm ready. I said, well, I'm ready because if it wasn't for me having to be so emotional, I wouldn't be able to pull that off. Like,
but, hey, when I'm doing it, sometimes I make myself laugh because I'm like saying, no, you know, like I'm not getting it right, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
I'll add stuff in there and not change it up big time, but
that's funny you say that because when I was listening, I couldn't really comment too much. I was driving, right? But when I heard the live after where Javi said, you know what, I'm cool with people throwing a little extra in there as long as I was like, man, I held myself back on the last one. It hasn't come out yet, so I don't say nothing. But I wanted to throw something in there so bad.
Yeah. A couple words,
like,
you know.
Next time, watch out.
No, yeah. A couple words is cool, but I think it's all his stuff. So,
that's his.
Keep it his way. Mm-hmm. Like I took him, take off these hoops that he had on me. That's it. I said, just take the hoop. I don't wear hoops. Like that throws me off, right?
And then tears look for real, girl. They're like coming down and everything, you know?
Yeah.
That's so cool the way he did that.
I know. Yeah, it's dope.
But it's fun. Have fun. Shoot.
I know. I think it's fun too. What are you working on right now, House? Is there any thing you're working on in particular, like a drawing, painting?
Right now, what I'm doing is this guy, Bobby G, not the Bobby G from what's that? Street Pulse. It's the other guy, the one with the puppet.
Okay.
He lost his dog, so I'm drawing a picture of his dog right now for him. Yeah.
Okay. Right on. Nice.
Yeah. So that's what I'm doing right now, and I'm getting that together right now.
Yeah, I want to send you a picture of a heart I found because I'm still trying to come up with my, you know, like a logo for merchandise.
Yeah.
I don't have any merch out yet, but I'm trying to come up with and just see what you think about that, and maybe.
Let me know. I mean, I'll take a look and see what
you can do to change it up and make it something, you know?
Yeah.
Something like that. Well, Jen, I just hopped on real quick. I try to get the computer to go, you know, just to test, you know, just a quick test or whatever. But I got to figure this out. I think I'm going to YouTube and try to figure it out why it's not doing that. Because you know what, my what do you call that? The camera that I got is not the camera from my laptop. It's a different one. It's a higher definition. Yeah.
If you're, go ahead.
Oh, before he goes, I want to show him something.
Okay, if you're going to be around tomorrow and you have a few free minutes, I'm going to be home tomorrow if you want to do like a little 10, 15-minute test run on the laptop. We can try it out.
Yeah, in the afternoon. Yeah, that sounds good.
Shoot
Let
me
me get-
your email address on IG, and we'll do
Yeah,
that.
I'll do that. Sounds good.
Okay, cool. Go ahead.
What's
Denise.
up?
I don't know if you guys can see this, but I got this from Sunny the other day.
What?
Okay.
It's a paño.
Yeah, I could tell.
That
That's
looks good.
bad.
Yeah, he had it. He drew it. He drew this.
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Sunny Boy's been getting down. Yep.
Yeah.
Man,
Learning some stuff from his school and you know.
that's awesome.
That's dope.
Yeah,
That's
shout out
dope.
to you, Sunny. That's nice.
Sunny Boy.
Yeah.
I know.
Right on.
So, you ladies, I'll let you go today, and we'll touch bases tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'll send you my email.
Yeah,
And
send
we'll
me your email. We'll get a time figured out.
I think it'd be dope to do that for you and just chill and, and hey, listen to good music and enjoy,
Definitely. I'm looking forward to that.
All
Okay.
right.
Test run tomorrow. Have a blessed night, House. Thank you.
Peace, guys. Yeah.
Good night.
Good night.
That'd be cool, right? Try and do a little music thing.
Yeah. It's just they don't keep it as one of their lives. They just take it off. So I mean they shouldn't get strike for that.
Could be cool, right? Yeah. I think as long as you don't try to, monetize off of it and you don't keep it, it should be fine. Yeah.
It should be okay. How many people we got on? Quite a few people, or
let me see. Why do I always right now it says 13. We had 20 something a little earlier, so
yeah.
I appreciate each and every one of you. We both do. Yes. Thanks, Fern, for hitting the like. Good night, don't trip. Yes, good night, don't trip. Thank you for tapping in. Fernie Burns here. He says Cuvo, Andrew, homie. Andrew Martinez.
Hey, Andrew. Fern.
That's right. It's nice to see everyone, right? What do you have going on tomorrow, Denise? Anything?
Tomorrow they're coming to work on my bathroom again, but
that's right.
He had to take time off, and which was like, 3 weeks already. During the week he would come, but he had to stop coming during the week, and so he only does it on Saturdays, and
hey, Riverside.
took a couple Saturdays off, and now he's said he's coming late tomorrow, so we'll see. He came and he finished like the floor, the showers finished. Basically needs to put toilet, the bathroom, the shower doors, and the vanity in. And then
so he's got like the tile in. He's basically put in the accessories of.
Yeah. He painted. He did the painting. He put the tile, the shower, the floor. It looks good, but just needs to put in the accessories, like you're saying.
Yeah, that's cool. My mom's doing her second bathroom right now too. She took a little break from it because they were out of town, but the guy she got, he's real good. And I'll have to take a picture of her fireplace.
Send me some.
Yes, I know you are like a great decorator, so you will appreciate it. And it's some kind of stone, but it's got like sparkles in it. It's like white and gray. Like it's beautiful. He's gonna do her bathroom, something like that too.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Rich, you gonna crash out? Thank you for being here, Rich. We appreciate you.
Bye, Rich.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, so just that, and then what? I don't have any plans. No plans. We're just going around his schedule and taking it one day at a time and see what happens on Sunday.
Yeah, kind of have to do it like that, right? Thank you for that super chat too, Rich. I saw that earlier. Thank you. I've got a few people I need to talk to tomorrow, like with the interview thing. We have talked about it before. Sometimes it'll be hard to line up someone, schedules conflict.
Yeah.
But like the last 2 days, just all of a sudden, I've got like 6 messages. So I'm excited to, reach out to a few of these people, and because some of these stories are not your average. None of them are average, but they're just different,
Yeah, for sure.
Pretty exciting. Rich says, good night, Jen and Denise. Good night, Rich.
Night, Rich.
Jojo AZ, there you are. Where you
So
been? Says,
I know.
salute on girls.
They're over there.
Love you, Jojo.
Arizona's probably raining right now too.
Oh, I bet. I want the rain so bad. I love rain. I don't know.
Raining? It's not raining over there?
No, it kind of like did a few nights ago. It sprinkled a little bit, not too heavy. But
Yeah.
when I got up in the morning, it was wet outside, so I knew it rained. But I love the sound of it. Like when I'm sleeping or laying down at night, I love that sound.
Yeah, I have the window open.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it.
Open when it's like
I
that.
was loving it right now. When I walked out, I was like, dang, man, I haven't felt the rain in a long time.
Right. I bet it's a nice change from the heat, right?
Heck yeah.
For real.
Yeah. I know it's funny seeing me in a sweater. It's like, what?
I know, huh? You're like, I don't normally wear these sweaters.
Yeah,
But
I don't wear sweaters. Although,
that one's pretty though. I like that color on you. It looks nice.
thank you.
Very nice. Jojo, you've been working. Damn, that's good though. You know, that's good. A lot of work.
Always good to be working.
I know. It can't rain all the time, says Richard. The Crow movie. Yep.
Mhm.
I know. I got to catch up on some of these movies. I wrote the names down the other day.
So do you take Ruby out for Halloween, or does she just dress up, and what do you guys do?
She dresses up. Yeah. I don't know. Like, I don't want to say the word of them, but you guys all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That thing that's an epidemic right now. Everyone's saying like they're going to, I don't know. They're saying they're going to be like putting that in the candies and stuff. So I'm kind of scared.
You know, it's just different. My husband, you know, we're talking about it too. It's a whole different day and age. Like it wasn't like it was,
Yeah.
Shoot, even last year, you know,
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
seems to have just gotten worse this year, and it's just times change, and
It's
discussing like, man, it's like weird because we used to go to strangers' doors and knock and ask for candy.
right.
How weird is that?
Yeah. When we were kids, we'd go, there was mom and dad or Thea didn't have to go with us. We'd just go run up the street by ourselves. And now, I don't know.
I mean, we were asking strangers for candies, but we didn't think of it like that back then, you know?
Yeah.
Now it's like, I wouldn't send my kid to ask for candy next door.
Right. Yeah, honestly, you're right, Denise. I wouldn't even send my kid next door.
Yeah.
That's the times we're living in.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not trying to scare nobody. I just mean like I would not.
Yeah, no. I mean, you know what? Buy a bag of candy.
There you go.
Have
Right?
it at your house, and
That's right. I think what I'll do actually is my dad's old church, they do like a trunk or treat where like, there's several people there that have like old cars, and they'll bring their cars, you know, pop the trunks and give candy right there at the church. So if anything, I'll probably do that with her because she's the baby. The girls are so much older than her. They do their own thing.
Yeah.
So she's normally like, Mom, what are we going to do?
Yeah. And we used to just come home and Mom had have like chili dogs for us or pizza or something.
Yeah, something.
You know?
Yeah, I'll do something like that with her. Try and keep her entertained.
Yeah.
For sure. All right, you guys, we're going to be wrapping it up soon.
Yeah.
If any of you guys have a question or anything, go ahead and shoot it before we do.
Mhm.
Jojo says, my primo dresses up and trick or treats in all the DRUG areas, hoping to get laced candies. Hey, we might have the same primo, Jojo.
Dang,
That sounds very familiar.
huh?
Right? I got one of those, I think. That's funny. One of my daughters was a while back ago thinking, she's like, Mom, we should have a Halloween party and I'll invite my friends.
Oh no.
And I
Yeah.
told her, hey, should I get the mask on? Because she has a Michael Myers mask. And you know, I still got to send you a picture of the woods behind my house.
Yeah, I know.
I go, should I put the mask on and run out and scare them? And she's all, no, they'll be so scared. Because, you know, they're used to being more in the city.
Yeah.
They'll freak out. Because it looked like, watch, I got to send you that little video. You'll see.
Yeah.
Not just the average person would go walking back there.
That's
Yeah. As a kid, I never owned a Halloween costume.
Who's that?
Just me and my pillowcase, Andrew Martinez.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I found some pictures the other day. I still got to hit my mom up about this. It was me and my brother, right? Tell me why she had me as the devil and my brother was an angel.
Oh, no.
Oh, thanks, Mom.
Dang.
Right? The 9400 says the past few nights, it seems like all the movies I've been watching with my lady are all about people getting kidnapped. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And it doesn't seem like that used to be a thing. Not only that, it seems like that's legit happening all the time.
Oh, yeah. More often, like way close to home.
Yeah. I shared something on Instagram that I saw on one of the like news outlets. House saw it. And it was some guy so bold, you know, he just had his arm around this young girl's neck. Like,
yeah, that was down here.
You saw that, right? Yeah. They caught him. Today I saw the thing that caught him.
No way.
Yeah. So I'll send you the link for that. Jojo, Ruby probably wants to be some kind of cat. You know, she loves cats. She's obsessed. But I'll have to double check with her. She better decide soon because I know they sell out of costumes fast.
Yeah.
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 I went, my daughter's going to be Joker. So we went, yeah, we went shopping the other day and stopped by the, we stopped at the Halloween store and it was crazy. They're getting really like out there with all the new mechanical
yeah
things they have out. And I was like, dang, scary, real scary and really real.
Yeah.
I walked in, I stepped on this little foot. I didn't know that was, you know, on the floor. Some freaking dog jumped out on me. I was like, oh shit.
Oh shoot.
I was like, dang, that scared me. And then
yeah.
I guess Nephe's all about it.
Mm-hmm.
But we found her costume. She's ready to go.
She got it? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Richard says, Andrew, the best 90s movie I saw on the big screen was Terminator 2, Pulp Fiction, yeah, and The Unforgiven with Clint Eastwood. The rest were good, etc. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Pulp Fiction was, I mean, there were some scenes that were crazy, but that was a good movie.
Yeah. They have another Halloween, Michael Myers or something like that.
The final chapter
or something. I thought last time was the final one, but
I know it's always the final.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, and I'm not like trying to ruin it for nobody, but a friend posted something on her stories where she was like, that was a freaking joke. Are you kidding me?
Oh no.
So I mean, you guys will have to be the judge for yourself, but
yeah,
that's one review I've heard already. Yeah. But we're gonna tap out for the night, guys. I'm gonna make sure Ruby's
tucked in.
Tucked in. Yep. I just heard my oldest daughter get home right now, so saw American Me on the big screen. Oh, I bet that was good, huh? That's cool, Richard.
Yeah, right on.
Yeah. Okay, well, you guys, I might try to do like a midday live tomorrow. Denise, I'll hit you up and see if you're free. We'll do like a little test run if so.
Yeah.
And see if that music thing works so we can plan a day of like just music one night.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tapping in. Salvador, we're just tapping out. Thank you. Hope you catch the watch back, Sal. I'll be in touch though. We're going to try and do something tomorrow, okay?
Yeah. Sorry, we have to say goodnight, okay?
Yes. Good night, everyone. God bless. Jojo, Andrew, Richard, Strange Days, the Martin 9400. Thank you so much for jumping on tonight. We got to catch up where we left off too. That's right. I know it. Don't trip. Rich GM, thank you for that super chat. It's greatly appreciated. Fernie Fern, Riverside, La Sierra. That's right. Andrew, Italiano 559. Trying to go up and see, make sure I get some shout outs. Aquatic Amigos. Okay, you guys, tomorrow midday, I'm going to try and do a daytime live. We'll chop it up. And hopefully the house can get some music going, and we'll see how that goes. You guys can put in some requests. I'll put a post on the community page. Jojo says, have a good night. Rest of the night, ladies. Love you, Jen. Go live more often. Love you, Jojo. And I will. I am. I miss you guys. Gotta tap in with you guys. I'm going to more often. Good night, Richard Jesus, Andrew. I seen Belly on the big screen as well. I gotta hear about that, Richard. Good night, Rich. Thank you again. Richard, I'm jealous of that one. For sure. Right, Jojo? Me too. Okay, buenas noches, guys. Talk to you guys soon, okay? Have a good evening. God bless you guys.